Max Inc. Radio for the people. That's Venice Gashouse Trolley there and Shaking Her Hips. Awesome song there. Just freaking fantastic. Venice Gashouse Trolley is going to be playing a show at the Rigby on the 27th here in Madison. And somebody in the chat room is saying hello. I guess you're doing a show in DeKalb here soon, huh?
Yep, that's Friday, right?
It's Friday?
Yep, Friday at the House Cafe with Machine Gun Moses and a bunch of other great bands. It's a great place.
That's awesome, man. Sounds like a good time. We have Adam and Nick from Venice Gashouse Trolley. Welcome to the Bastard Inn, gentlemen.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. We have no video, just so you know.
Just wildly gesticulating.
I was Nick actually was over earlier today from Chaos Revolution Theory, and he had mentioned that kind of the band or the way how everything started. You and what was it? You and Adam were doing, or you and Tim were doing.
That's right.
You were doing spoken word. He was playing the bass, and then Venice Gashouse Trolley kind of emerged from that. Talk about that.
Well, we started off at the request of the King Club, rest in peace, if you remember the King Club.
I remember the King Club.
He booked a 50s surf band called the Legendary Exotics, I think. I don't know. And he asked me at that time if I would do a little beat poetry thing and fitting with the 50s band. And Tim and I got together with a bongo player. We did a show, had a great time, and that was 5.5, 6 years ago. And since then, we've grown into now a 6-piece band with percussion and electric guitar and all of that. So these things have a life of their own, man.
What was it like watching the band progress like that, and also kind of watching the fans kind of come along with you?
Right. It was terrifying, to be honest with you. Well, we went through a lot of different musicians. People have come and gone, and so I made a stand just to keep going forward, to put one foot in front of the other. We've been through 3 or 4 drummers and different bass players, and now we're kind of a family. People are welcome to come back and join in, and we're just rolling along. It's awesome.
And Nick, speak to the fact about being a family. One thing about Venice Gashouse Trolley that I've read about and heard about from people, that you often invite new bands to play with you.
Oh, totally.
And to try to, if it's something that you enjoy listening to, you're really quick to invite them to play a show with you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's very much about sharing what we love with the people that we care about, and so I would extend our family to our fans, our other bands we like, and definitely our brothers in arms who go in week in, week out, play shows, spend a lot of time in the van hanging out.
That's cool. You guys play a lot of shows along those lines, and you guys traveling all over the country. What's important to you guys about getting out and playing for the people, for your fans, and Adam, if you could speak to what might be one of your most memorable shows.
Yeah, well, I mean, a couple things that we hang our hat on is, one, we definitely want to have fun, so that's priority. We're having a good time, and hopefully the people that come to see us are having a good time, because, it's tough out there now, and people come into a show, and we want everybody to have a great time, to get off a little bit. The other thing that we hang our hats on is the idea of openness, which is really the idea that, what we do is not really mainstream, and hopefully we can open space for different kinds of creative expression. Diversity makes the world go around, and so part of that inclusivity of other bands is about having a chance for everybody to express themselves. And so I really like it when people come up to us and say, hey man, that was unique, that was surprising, that was inspiring. They want to read a poem to me, or they want to do something like that. That's really where it's at.
And I've seen you guys once at the Frequency at the Winter Carnival, which was a fun show. And I was just that when I left the show, I was like, these guys are good. Actually, the whole show left me like saying, kind of a warm and fuzzy inside. So much fun too. I had a little drinking that night too.
I think that was the warm and fuzzy part.
That was definitely the fuzzy part.
Later on it was, huh?
Yeah, well, we started doing those carnivals about 1.5 years ago, and like I said, just a night of a lot of different stuff. We've actually got one coming up on April 20th, 4/20, back at the Frequency. So we're doing them about 3 times a year. That will be the spring one.
Was that a coincidence that happened, or was that planned like that?
I think it's a matter of
I think you're talking
a little bit of both, probably.
Yeah. I was going to put
the world moves in strange ways, and we just hope that we can hang on and ride along with it.
Right
there you go. Nick, you guys are getting ready to release a new CD. No?
We've been our live CD.
Okay.
It's the I've been working on some other some tracks that we're getting ready to.
Okay. We're not trying to scoop you here.
No, I mean you actually. I had forgotten that Adam, Tim, and Josh have been working really hard with Bear, who set up the sound at a show that we did in Rome, Wisconsin. This place called In Good Spirits. It was a lot of fun. He did a great job and got some really good audio from that. So we decided that we were gonna try to use it, put together a live CD, but
yeah, we didn't tell Nick that we were recording it until it was already all done, and by then it was too late. So
yeah.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because I was actually going to follow up with Nick, but I guess I'll follow up with you instead. Do you find yourself mindful that you're recording when you're doing a live show?
Well, the setup was a little bit bigger, so we definitely had the idea that we were doing something that was going to go down on tape. We regularly record ourselves. We kind of watch the game film kind of thing, and so we're used to that. And we felt that we were in a place where we really wanted to document it in as clean a form as we could, and so we went ahead and did it. And the results are really great. We're really excited about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You touched on it earlier. Talk about the spring tour coming up. That you guys do quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, it's usually two runs over the course of a year. Those are longer, like 10 days sort of things. But this summer we're actually sort of keeping it more local. We've been going out to like New York and other places. But we're going down through Illinois and over through Indiana, back up through Michigan. I think we're making a stop over in Ohio. So we're keeping it a little bit closer to home. Really focusing on visiting a lot of the people that we've met over the course of these weekends that we've been going out in between these. So it's really exciting and really happy to be going back to a lot of these places. And,
of course, you got the show coming up at the Rigby Pub and Grill with Chaos Revolution Theory, of course, Venice Gas House Trolley, the Phil Kegley Band, and Tim Budwetsky. Tim Budseski.
I think it's Budzacheski. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we're super psyched about that.
It's Uncle Tim from Government Zero. What else do you need to know? You know,
that's. I think that says it all.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be a fun show. Because first of all, the stuff going on beside the music, Yahara Bay is going to be there, and there's going to be free tastings of their products, and I'm really excited about that.
It's going to be a fuzzy night, isn't it?
It's going to be a fuzzy night, exactly. But everybody's going to do an acoustic set. Talk about what you're going to do for this show.
Well, a lot of our songs lend themselves to more of an acoustic treatment. So Tim's going to be on the upright bass. We're going to strip down the percussion a little bit. I think Nick's going to do some stuff on the acoustic guitar. Straight up acoustic. And I'll lay off the vocal effects a little bit, and it'll be a little more chill. But I believe a lot in the strength of our songs, and I'm looking forward to putting them out there that way. I think it's going to be fun.
Do you prefer to play acoustically?
I think it's exciting to play acoustically because we get so used to how this. I mean, like you said, we play a lot, so we get used to how this song sounds. Right? Then we take away everything. It's a new chance to appreciate something that you've been hearing a lot, and it's fantastic. I mean, it's quite possibly one of my favorite things.
Well, I know it is for me when we have people into the studio do an acoustic set. We've had that 6-7 times now, and it's always amazing to hear that stuff naked, as opposed to on a stage with all the big sound. It's really nice.
It's just the root of the music itself. It's so pure. It's awesome. Any other shows in Madison coming up after the Rigby show? Or
well, we run a regular gig at the Cardinal Bar the second and fourth Mondays of every month. I know that's a little tricky to remember, but look at your calendar. The second and fourth Mondays, we call it Mad Jam Mondays at the Cardinal, and we do 2 sets, and we welcome everybody to come down and make that a Monday tradition in Madison. Hopefully,
nice. And if we wanted to check you guys are all over the web. You got a Facebook, you got a website. Yeah.
If you wanted to find us on the web, you can check out vght.net. Facebook is facebook.com/Venice Gas House Trolley. YouTube, VGHT Raleigh, VGH Trolley. And the same for the Twitter. So, I mean, we're all over the place.
That's awesome.
And on Reverb Nation.
How can I even forget that? And MySpace. I mean, I don't know if anybody still uses it, but we're there.
We don't talk about that.
It's dead.
Well,
it's dead to us.
Yes.
Guys, thanks so much for coming in. Happy journeys to you. Thanks, man. It was awesome music. I really like it a lot.
Thank you for having us, and thank you for everything you're doing to support local music in Madison and beyond. And come on out to the Rigby on the 27th. It's going to be an awesome show. And hey to all the decal peeps. We'll see you soon.
There you go. It's all right. It's Venice Gas House Trolley in the Bastard Den. This tune is called Sugar Cane. Max Inc. Radio for the